Hey there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, Jam Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I talk about books and bookish things. I upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Time. And today I thought I would do, since Tuesday's video was kind of a letdown for the book, let's jump into one that I gave 5 stars, and that is Emma of 83rd Street by Audrey Bellezza and Emily Harding. Let's get into it. So it's no secret that I am a huge fan of Jane Austen. I love Jane Austen. Mansfield Park is my favorite of her books. And when I saw this book in an indie bookstore in Denton, Texas, I'm like, I have to have this book. It looks adorable. It looks amazing. So let's jump in with the book blurb. In this witty romantic debut novel, Jane Austen's Emma meets the misadventures of Manhattan's modern dating scene as two lifelong friends discover that, in the search for love, you sometimes don't have to look farther than your own backyard. Beautiful, clever, and witch, Emma Woodhouse has lived 23 years in her tight-knit Upper East Side neighborhood with very little to distress or vex her, that is, until her budding matchmaking hobby results in her sister's marriage and subsequent move downtown. Now with her sister gone and all her friends traveling abroad, Emma must start her final year of grad school grappling with entirely new emotion: boredom. When she meets Nadine, a wide-eyed Ohio transplant with a heart of gold and drugstore blonde highlights to match, Emma not only sees a potential new friend, but a new project. If only her overbearing neighbor George Knightley would get out of the way. Handsome, smart, and successful, the only thing that frustrates Knightley more than a corked whiskey is his childhood friend Emma. Whether it's her shopping sprees between classes or her revolving door of ill-conceived hobbies, he is only too happy to lecture her on all the finer points of adulthood she's so hell-bent on ignoring. But despite his gripes, and much to his own chagrin, Knightley can't help but notice the girl next door is a woman now, one who he suddenly can't get out of his head. As Emma's best-laid plans collide with everyone from hipster baristas to meddling family members to flaky playboy millionaires, these two friends slowly realize their needs to always be right has been usurped by a new need entirely, and it's not long before they discover that even the most familiar stories still have some surprises. This book came out in 2023. It's 384 pages in paperback, and it is utterly delightful. It follows the original Emma story beautifully, and I am always down for a good retelling of an Austen classic. That is to say, not the Netflix Persuasion with Dakota Johnson retelling, but a good one, like the Anya Taylor-Joy Emma or Clueless for Emma was absolutely brilliant. I love Clueless. Such a good retelling of Emma. This one is delightful, and knowing the story, knowing the outline of the story, just made it all that much better, because you get to the point where she is rude to her friends, where this happens, and you're just, the anticipation is building, and if you don't know the story, it hits you like a freight train, and you're like, oh my goodness, I did not see this coming. But if you know the story, it makes it, oh, it's so good. So good. I loved this book. It does take a modern twist on the classic, in that there is some spice to it later on, but it's very tastefully done spice, I think. Emma and Nadine are very close friends, and George Knightley says, oh, she's your best friend. She's like, and Emma says, no, she's not. You're my best friend. And it just hits him in the heart, and he's just like, oh, and like, oh, I absolutely adored this book. It is so cute. And the father figure is much truer to the novel than in Clueless, and it's more like Bill Nighy's performance in the Anya Taylor-Joy version. He's overbearing, but with a heart of gold. He's like, I love you. I want what's best for you. I want all good things for you always. And the bantered in this book. It was her at the beginning of the book. It's just her and Knightley sniping at each other, but there's this undercurrent of like you're if it wasn't well written, it would just be them sniping. But like the authors talk about how the corner of his mouth quirks up as she's sniping at him, or as he lands a really good barb, and she's like, "Oh, there you." It's a very Beatrice and Benedict love story. That's what I love about the Emma Woodhouse George Knightley romance, is that it's very Beatrice and Benedict from Much Ado About Nothing coded, the Shakespeare play, and it's just wonderful. I love this book. It's apparently the first in a series for The Love of Austen #1. The second one is by the same two authors, and it is Elizabeth of East Hampton, and this one is going to be Pride and Prejudice in the Hamptons, which just sounds delightful. That one came out last year, so I'll have to look that one up, because if it's anything like Emma of 83rd Street, I'm going to be just thrilled. Alrighty, and since this year is Jane Austen's 250th birthday, I am doing the Jane Austen Reading Challenge, which includes reading Pride and Prejudice, try your hand at some needlework, which I love embroidery, so it's not really trying my hand, but I've got this one that I just started. Sense and Sensibility, shop for Regency romance at a local bookstore, which I already do. I'll watch Jane Austen film or TV adaptation. This year I've watched Mansfield Park, Emma, Clueless, both Pride and Prejudices, the Colin Firth and the Matthew Macfadyen versions. Actually, I've watched Mansfield Park twice this year, so I've got that one. Plan a summer picnic, which it's summer, I have dysautonomia, I'm not doing that, but I'll do a fall picnic maybe. Mansfield Park, read a Jane Austen-inspired book by another author, which this one is. Persuasion, Northanger Abbey, which is my least favorite of hers. I hate Catherine Morland. A nonfiction book about Jane, which I did. That's The Novel Life of Jane Austen. And Emma. So, have you read Emma of 83rd Street? What did you think of it? Did you find it as utterly delightful as I did? Are you a fan of Jane Austen? Are you one of those people that just doesn't get Jane Austen? Which I've never understood. I find her so accessible. Like once you get past the language, I find her so accessible for classic literature, because I feel like she's so universal in what she writes. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.